Hi, guys. Welcome back to Sacred Shifts and how to navigate them. So, before I started, I was thinking it's getting easier and easier to love yourself. Um, and you're just really falling in love with yourself. I feel like there's a part that I missed, but maybe that part was just for me. I guess. Yeah, since you took this fool's journey to let go of control and allow spirit to lead you in confidence, like you've been leading confidently, been led confidently to a journey. You know what it is specifically for you. The blue gives me like a speaking journey, really putting yourself out there. That's been a big message lately. Yeah, and you may have been like doubting like your ability to do creative things, new things, right? Doubting your ability to chase your passions, or you've been scared like that you won't be able to make money unless you do. So you haven't really been seeing this situation clearly, right? Because you are this healer. You flip you off. You are meant to be like helping others to see themselves clearly, but you are doubting yourself, right? You're doubting that you can do it. Yeah, because you really are being called to like something that lights you up, that makes your fills you with joy, right? The emotion it gives you is it fills you with joy. And gratitude is what I heard. So you'll know what direction to go because Spirit's been saying like you're meant to be helping others. You're meant to be leading. You're meant to be using your magic wisely rather than doubting yourself, right? Because like I feel like me covering the face is significant too. I feel like you're wearing this mask of like I heard a normal person. When like you're really like supposed to be exposing that you're like this magical person, right? And you're supposed to be leaving something turbulent, something that doesn't make you feel safe. And you may be avoiding it because it makes you feel comfortable, right? Because it's familiar to childhood. Yeah. And you want to be waiting for your ships. See how that kind of wanted to flip back in there? It's like you want to be waiting for these ships, these creative ideas, and that, well, they're not going to come in unless you like indulge in creating, indulge in like 222 on the timer. Putting yourself out there is what I got. So it's creative expression in a way of sharing how you've healed with others. 234 on the timer is important. Because this fell on top of the magician, which I'm like, this is your magic. How you healed yourself, how you got in touch with your spirits, your guides, just the God in you, right? And you don't realize like how truly popular you are, or that you've got so much envy around you, or maybe you do, maybe you feel it. But you've got a lot of people like jealous of this light that you carry, this light that you hold, right? And I heard it's because the light knows what's right. You walk with dignity. And now you're being asked to birth a new way of being, a creative way of being, a magical way of being, right? Yeah, you're of alignment, right? So it's putting yourself out there. It's letting yourself be a beginner at whatever these things you want to do is, right? It could be like using spells, or anything can be a spell. Everything, actually. Let's be real. Everything. When you tell people drive safe, that's a spell. I'm just saying. Wishing someone well, spell. Prayers, spell. But you're being called to like just play around with it. Like sometimes I play around with my hands and I act like I'm magically moving stuff out of my chakras or cleansing each one of them. And I believe it works. So it fucking does. Magic. So maybe you're being called to play with your magic, right? And really birth a new way of being. Really imagine everything you want to be, and imagine this Venusian energy, like this new, I heard like not intentionally persuasive, but like you're just magnetized to good things. Good things are magnetized to you, right? And you're being called to like allow yourself to plan for these good things. Maybe traveling is involved. Maybe like getting out to see the world is involved. I don't know why I'm picking those up, but 444 on the timer. Yeah, and you are being called to like get into a grounded, because this felt like sideways, right? And so the orange coin gets me. It's like grounded, creative energy, as well as getting in your in your heart space, right? See how this is green? Your head space and your heart space on the same wavelength, right? It's where you're using your heart to make decisions, right? And I feel like you're going to have so much to celebrate if you just like let yourself get creative with it, bro. Yeah, and even like I heard quickly let go of control. It's time to like stop holding yourself away from the world. See how this chick is like the world's back there behind her. You're being called to like quickly let go of control. Just start even making videos 2:22 on my clock right now. So, yeah. That's divine partnerships. That's divine masculine and balance, or feminine balance, right? But you are being called to get out of your head and way, right? And celebrate what you have 5:55 on the timer, what you have going on right now, because that's going to breed more to celebrate about. See how she's standing on top of this. You're going to have a lot of security and creative energy. And like I heard exposing the way you dealt with this light and dark energy, how you balanced amongst all of it. Right? And it's recognizing like you're meant to be a leader. You're meant to lead others with confidence. And balanced intentions is what I heard as well. Like it's getting on the same page and aligned with who you want to be, your values, right? And you are being called to like recognize how alignment can bring pinnacle to you, right? And see how that's all the colors of the chakras, that's like alignment. So you may be called to like work with your chakras, seriously, and let spirit lead you to this decision, right? See how that's purple over her eyes? Let spirit lead you to this decision. Yeah, to this safety, security, to like feeling good about yourself, to new friendships, right? And I heard you can't shut everyone out, so you may be pretty closed off to new people and things, right? And it is recognizing like you have the whole world in your hand. Anything you're feeling, something's feeling heavy, you know what I mean? You can be like, bruh, help me. But you are recognizing that you are the world. See how happy she is, just like recognizing she can cultivate whole worlds. She's a portal, right? So it's recognizing like you are magical. And there's also all those chakras in there too. So it's alignment. It's magical. Okay. Let's do an oracle. Say, sudden wealth, bro. You do. You are getting in alignment with your happiest, highest self. And that's by like meeting this chaos head first, head on. You know what I mean? Chaos, sorrow, madness, falsehood, agony, struggle. Like you had to get to know yourself in order to grow yourself, right? In order to let go of this, I heard harm. So it could be you recognize like you're no longer wanted to harm people intentionally or unintentionally, right? But I had to go, right? And then we've got you are not my master, my life, my rules. You recognize that and you unchained yourself from like this shit system, right? And then we've got refuge of the flowering soul. You really are. Cultivate your spirit. You are being called to like your happiest, highest self, right? But I think you've answered that call and you've been working on balancing yourself, balancing your emotions is what I heard. Okay, some of mine, and then that's where we're going to leave it. You might be dealing with Pisces or you have it in your chart. You can always choose peace and love. # smart choices. What are you choosing? Stop doubting yourself. You're not an imposter. You're actually a super badass if you let yourself be. Super badass. Master your mind, superhuman. I think there's a big part to changing your reality is mastering your mind, right? Yeah. It's okay to take a break from healing, to do some feeling. Yeah, and just allow yourself to cry, right? Past life, love, traditional, instant connection. Same message, deeper meaning, accept yourself and everyone else. And you have to believe that this love is real and for you in order for it to come in, right? You can't be like, I could never have that love. And past pain needs to be resolved. What are you holding on to? That needs to go, bro. All right, guys. I hope this helps.